Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the demo that we've been waiting for. It's RoadCraft. So you remember the bygone era when we first hopped into our Chevy CK 1500 on Snowrunner and began to explore Michigan for the first time and saw that this game was much larger than the original. Well, we kind of sort of have that here. I know the maps that they're talking about are going to be like humongous, but this is the demo, so they're not. But yeah, in the game, the maps are going to be huge, monstrously large, and that'll be fun and cool. But right now, we don't have a lot to do. I will say this: the driving and the off-roading of the game are definitely they've definitely been, the difficulty's been reduced massively. And you know, gone is the tire inflation system from Expeditions. Gone is the gearbox from every single game that they've made so far in the last 4 iterations. Haven't seen the garage yet. That's not really in the demo. I'm assuming we'll be able to upgrade and change vehicles. They said you'll be able to customize vehicles, so I think that will remain, but we haven't seen it. There doesn't seem to be any gas in the vehicles on the readout, so I don't know if we don't care about gasoline anymore. I know, like, in Snowrunner, it was kind of a hassle, but it did make for a challenge. In Expeditions, it was downright criminal how difficult they made the gas consumption stuff. And so now they seem to have gone the complete opposite direction, and there's no gas. But I do know you can collect resources from the map, so I don't know if it's going to come into play once the demo's over. I know there's features missing and stuff, so it's hard to pass judgment. I will say this. I do find the game enjoyable. Now, it does seem to sort of have the Expeditions thing where once you're done with a mission, you can either stay out on the map and do more things or go back to the garage. And once again, I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that. I don't know if it resets everything, but it seems like if you go back to the hub, and once again, like I said, I don't know if it resets the vehicles. I haven't gotten that far into the demo. There are 3 missions, so we'll probably divide this up into 3 separate episodes. The first one coming out tonight. And I am going to try to cover this if I can on Twitch tonight, around probably 9:30 Central. I mean 9:30 Eastern time. So if you want to hop on Twitch, we'll be playing it there, and maybe continuing the missions or playing around on the map, seeing what we can do. There are, like I said, there's 3 pretty large missions. This one takes about an hour and a half to complete. So yeah, but I'm going to get that done, and so I'm stuck in the water here. Crap. Wrong button there. I wanted to go into low gear. Here we go. Just like Mud Runner and Snowrunner, if you see reeds, you probably want to stay away, and like tall grasses growing in the water. But yeah, so my enthusiasm level for this game is still pretty high, even after playing the demo and seeing that there are some limitations. It's definitely not Snowrunner, and they're definitely trying to make it a little bit easier, for sure. Like, there's no question about them dumbing it down. It's definitely been dumbed down. Obviously, the lack of the gearbox, the fact that we can use diff lock and all-wheel drive at any speed without having problems with the diff lock overheating. Like, that's all different and new. Once again, I don't know if it's good or not. It allows you to focus on what you're doing a little bit more and less on doing it. I don't know how to explain that. Let's do it.
Want to use the harvester to cut down the trees around the transformer station.
Cool.
Besides, we need the logs, and killing 2 birds with 1 stone is the environmentally responsible thing to do.
All right, let's
figuratively speaking.
hop into this, and we're gonna cut down a bunch of trees. Handbrake does turn on by itself a lot. That kind of gets old. I got a lot of complaints for a game that I like, but I do like it. And still, despite all that stuff, see, parking brake's back on. Which makes sense, because I'm sure when you're cutting a tree down, you probably want to set the park brake. But, yeah, it's, for a game that I'm complaining about, I do actually really like it. So, take it with a grain of salt. Let's see, we're going to cut this. I'm not trying to recover. I don't know why I said that, but... Yep. And we got a bunch of trees we got to cut, so you guys get the idea. It's a pretty neat machine. We'll do one or two more trees, and then I'll finish it up off camera. And the parking brake's back on. And I keep forgetting it. There we go. There's the second tree. And if you do this right, you can pile them in a nice, neat pile. You just turn the vehicle, place the tree where the last tree ended. Watch this. See, just like that. That looks good. And then you cut. All right, I'm going to cut the rest of these down. I'll see you guys when I'm done. Oh, should be mentioned here. It seems like they've gotten rid of the day-night cycle, so that part is pretty neat. It's just day. It does cycle from like twilight, like morning, back to daytime, back to morning, and there is weather. As you saw, it was raining, and now it's sunny. And now it's becoming sunset. But there's no full night that I've seen yet. Now, I don't know if that's going to be true for the full game or if that's just for the demo, but seemingly we no longer have to deal with nights. We just get to play during the day. And I don't mind that. I always fast forward at night anyway, so. And if there had been a way to turn off nights, which there was in the Plus game, I would have done it. All right, I'm going to continue. I'll be back. And so we cut down the last tree. Little birch tree there. Ta-da! And I'm going to put this guy away because we're done with it. And I got a stump to grind. We're going to grind some stumps here because we have to run a line out there later in the mission. So let's go ahead and grab the stump grinder. Rusty stump mulcher. This thing's pretty easy to use. You just aim it at the log and let it rip. In fact, let's do it. Once you see it explode, it's done. Pop goes the logsel. And so that's stump grinding in a nutshell. Yep, so you just basically have to touch it. You don't really have to be like right on it, but anyway. I'm going to go ahead and clear these stumps up because there's a lot of them, and, you know, I know you guys don't want to watch me stump grind for 45 minutes. I'll be back. All right, so I finished mulching it up. And I'm going to park the mulcher. This thing is slow as all get out, man. Uh-oh. Is there a stump there? Oh, look at that. Just escaped my notice. So long, sucker. Ta-da! I'm going to put the mulcher over here. I'm putting these in a very specific spot because I want to see when we start the next mission if it hampers us. Like, I'm interested to see if it changes the space. Like, everything stays the same or if things move around. Okay, now let's go ahead and we need to find the forwarder. That's this guy. And I get to do my favorite thing, which is operate cranes. And if you've been around the channel, you know I'm being facetious because I freaking hate crane stuff and I'm terrible at it. But it's not too bad in the game. They've actually, the controls make sense. I just get, because I have like 10 different games where I play cranes and they're all different, my muscle memory is like just a mess. I never get it right because I can't remember which controls what, and it's different on every game, and I end up pressing the wrong buttons, and so it turns into a comedy show for you and a frustration show for me. But in the meantime, we need to pick up these logs, despite my frustrations, and get them delivered to the sawmill so that we can start the next phase of this operation. Let's go ahead here. That's a little, no, nope, yep, yeah, right there, yep, okay. Parking brake on. One thing I noticed about this game is the gas. It's still sensitive to how much you pull the trigger, but like the first half of the trigger, it does nothing. It doesn't start doing trigger stuff. It doesn't start responding to the trigger, I should say, until you're halfway into it, which is really weird. I don't know why they don't use the whole... It's super annoying, honestly. But you get used to it. It's doable. It's just frustrating. I want full analog control is what I want. It makes it much easier. All right, so let's go ahead and get that down. And pick it up and move that over a little bit so we're centered. Raise these logs up and stick them in the truck. We raise them up. This way. This way. Out, down. That looks good. Then bring them back in and down. Oh, that one popped out, but that's okay. Up, back, over, down, grab. Nope. Too far. Up, over, down, grab, push back, let go. Perfect. I aimed perfectly. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of this loaded, so you don't have to watch the painfulness. I'll be back. All right, so we're done. So I'm folding this up. We're gonna strap on the cargo, and I'm gonna put this crane away. And here we go. Once again, there's no fuel that I know of. So we need to go over to the sawmill. I don't know, there's really no good way to get there. I think we can go this way. Once again, I love the in-cab view on this vehicle. We'll see if we can't break on through to the other side. Oh, ew. Not good. I don't think I'm going to fit between these trees either. Oh, it does. Between the trees. Do, do, do. Okay, I don't really want to be in this swamp, so we're going to try to work our way out of here. Turning right and not turning at all. It does just get right through it though, doesn't it? I hope that stump breaks. Dang it. Come on, baby. You can do it. I don't see any openings. Oh, there's a road here. Yeah. Splatch. Come on. Get up that hill. I'm running up that hill. I've made a deal with God. I don't think it works that way, but maybe it does. Listen here, God. Can we talk about something? I know you said this is the way things are supposed to be, but could we make an exception? No. All right, so we're gonna get up this hill at some point. See, this is where it'll be nice to have plus. But you can see the gas pedal is variable. When I slam it, the wheels spin, and then when I back off, they do respond in kind. Tell you what, the graphics look really good. So once again, you can see I've given you a lot of complaints, but it doesn't mean the game's not fun. And that's where I think we got to win here. I don't, and it looks like there's going to be a lot more. There's like resource collecting. Once again, we probably will find some of this out as we do further demo missions. But I'm impressed so far, and I'm happy with what I've seen. All right, so we've got some money there. Let's go ahead and take a look.
I suppose it's about time we got that power supply going. Installing the power cable should be pretty straightforward now that you've cleared out the trees. But there's one catch. Since it's concrete we're talking here, we can't have the mixer stop once the process is started. This means that we need not only a new power cable, but a backup power source too.
Okay.
In case something goes haywire. Luckily, there's one at the transformer station.
Oh, hold on.
You can fetch it when you're done installing the power cable, or the other way around. Create your own destiny.
I prefer to create my own destiny. All right, let's get this. I don't know if you saw me do that bridge thing. Yeah, you can put bridges down anywhere, and they don't cost a lot of logs. It's 3 logs per bridge, depending on how long it is, obviously. But this one's only 3 logs, and we have a mission where we're gonna have to go across this. So this is gonna make life a little bit easier. You have to have a flat spot though to put the bridge. So. Oh, I'm on it. There we go. How cool is that? Yep. All right. So we're going to back this truck over here. And now we need to do the infrastructure electricity. So let's get that started. We have a what I thought was, and I'm pretty sure is a 4320. Here we go. The Voron is really a Ural 4320. And we have to deliver this truck. But if I do this now, the mission won't show me where I need to go. So we need to leave this for now. And I'm going to go over to our other new truck, the Vostok, the Krot. This should look familiar to you. This is the truck that the Russians used for many years in Antarctica. That's kind of cool. And they're using it here as a trench digger, but it is probably the most successful Russian truck for Antarctica. And they used it for years. Very, very strong, very wide 3-seater truck for moving troops and other things, obviously. So what you need to do is you're gonna just to make this work, you got to be by the power station here, and you drop this down. It shows you how big the circle is for the power being delivered. And like Sim City, we're going to run a line up to our concrete plant. And the only reason I know where to go is because I've done this before. Otherwise, I'd be lost. And I want to actually go to the left, but it's easier to go through this way a little bit till we get to the stumps. This thing should pull the trees over, yeah. The big trees, not so much. So we need to go to the right here. I'm reminded of Jeremy Clarkson and his "I did a thing" when he ran the water line across his farm. Oh, oh. So you got some stumps going on here and we're stuck. Or something. I don't see it. Oh, there's a little teeny stump. There, we got over it. There seems to be a little toy there. I didn't see that before. I went that way before. I don't know if going into the marsh is the best idea, but let's see. Okay, we're all right. I don't know how to pick things up. I can see them, but I don't know how to pick them up. So there's a little toy truck there that we can't get. I pity the driver. It's really hard to see where you're going. Hopefully you'd have a spotter with you. Well, there's our destination up there on the other side of those fallen trees. We just need to get to that, see that electric pole there? We just need to get there. We don't have to go all the way into the plant. Otherwise, we'd have to go the long way around. We take the long way home. All right, so once again, I'm going to be doing a stream tonight. Probably doing the second mission, and we will repost that here for your happiness on YouTube. But if you want to see it live, feel free to come out. We'd love to have you. I probably will be streaming. I'm saying probably because we have some friends coming over for dinner. So I'm not quite sure exactly what time, but keep an eye out starting, I would say, around 8:30 Eastern. Come on, baby. What are you getting stuck on? I need to go to the right. Come on. There we go. It's a little splice there, but you get the idea. And I wonder if we can, because the electricity is here, if we can actually create junctions and power other things from this. I bet we can. And we reached it. That's where the infrastructure was. So we can park this truck right here. I'm just going to take it all the way up for realism's sake. Donk. That's as far as we can go. All right, we did it. Are you proud of us? Because I am. All right. So now we need to deliver our Ural truck. So I'll be back. There she is. Isn't she a beauty? So it's called a Voron, but in real life, this is basically a 4320, which is the Ural's like standard military truck. So now we need to get over there, and because I built that bridge, we can. The other way to get there is there's a little secret road. If you stay on this side of the train, you go between the cars, and there's a little road off to the right there that you can use to get there. But I build bridges, so I make things easier. Diff lock on. Up the hill, under hill, down the hill, over the hill. And that's it. We've arrived. So just because we put those logs there. So I really like that functionality. Once again, if I'm looking at this as a totally different game than Snowrunner, I really like it. The graphics are gorgeous. The gameplay is fun. It's not too complicated. It definitely has that same vibe as Construction Simulator, but with a bit more off-roading, and the driving is much better in this game because it's by Snowrunner. So I would say, God, as much as I don't want to like it because it's got all these things missing from Snowrunner, I like it. Once again, it's not. It has some of the weird things that they did with Expedition, but it seems much more coherent together. Not nearly as frustrating as Expeditions or Snowrunner, and a lot of fun. So I hope that they continue down this path with the game. I'm looking forward to the March release. Keep your eyes open for the other two missions as we do them tonight on stream, and we'll make videos from that also. But there we go. And here it's going to throw up a message saying, congratulations, but you can skip this message and you can keep playing. We're going to skip. And but I am going to say I'd like to try this out. So we know that we've left our crot here, and we've left our...
Not bad at all. The concrete plant's power woes are finally over. It's ready for its grand reopening, courtesy of your efforts. Well, maybe not so grand, but still.
And I parked our... where did it go? I'm missing a truck. Hang on. I'm drawing a blank, but I parked a truck next to... Well, we'll go to the saw thing. Oh, yes, there it is. The trunk. The trunk shredder. Oops. And so I want to make sure... I want to go in that right now. And then I want to reload. I'm going to go to the hub and start the next mission. And I want to see if our trucks stay in the same place. So this is where they are. And let's go ahead and go to the hub. Is it start, maybe? Start? No. Go to HUD. You have no requests. Exit. Nope. Give me a second here to figure out. I had to press the escape key. I'm not sure how to do it on the controller, but there you go. Let's go ahead to return to the hub. And let's see what happens. So now we should have two other missions available. I want to see if our trucks stay in place. That's the big thing. I don't think it's going to, but they might. So that's 100% complete. Clear the way. And it's putting us in this vehicle. I got a bad feeling. I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, and it takes me to another map. Let me see something then. Hold on. Let's go escape. And let's go back to the hub. I'll be back. Okay, I'm going back to fix the grid. Let's see. Continue mission. Let's see if it reloads it. This makes me so happy. Literally, this makes me so happy. Our stuff is all where we left it. Let's see. Where's the crack, or whatever it's called, the crot? Back where we left it. Okay. That's really good news for us, because that means that we can leave things out on the map and park them in different places, and they'll be where we left them. That's what I wanted, because that's what drives me crazy about Expeditions. Probably the biggest thing aside from the dumb controls in Expeditions. So once again, in a real quick a synopsis here of what I feel like is going on here. I feel like they've done a great job. Once again, yeah, it's not Snowrunner. And I know a lot of us were hoping for it to be Snowrunner, right? Like the next game, but Snowrunner 2, basically. And it's not. So hopefully you guys can get over that. I don't know. Some people I know are going to be very angry about it. Some people I know are going to be very happy about it, because sometimes it's too difficult for some people. So I feel like they've done a great job, though, and so far the game is fun. That's, to me, the biggest thing is the fun factor, and I feel like that's where we're at. And before, we didn't have that, and so it was super frustrating. And anyway, I feel like they've done a great job with this, and so I'm happy with the way things are working out, and I think that we're going to have a good game, and I hope that you guys agree. I don't know. I mean, some of you might not like it already, but I'm pleasantly surprised with how much fun I had already doing this, and I've had to play this through 4 times, and I'm still having fun. So just because I messed up the recording stuff. So anyway, I think you guys will enjoy it too. Hey, it's free right now. So download it, try it for yourself, but it ain't bad. It's much better than Expeditions. It is. And, you know, it even runs smoother, it seems like. So I'm super happy. Anyway, if you guys like the content on the channel, please, I have to ask once again. I've got a part-time job, but all my work is dried up, obviously, because we don't live where we lived anymore, and I have to start all over again. So we are struggling financially, and things aren't great. So any money that you donate to buy me a coffee, if you could do that, would be very much a big help to us. And I know soon, hopefully, we'll be in a situation where I won't ask anymore. You can still always donate, but I won't be asking anymore. But I'm trying to get to that place. But right now, we just do need your help. $5 here and there. I mean, just buy me a coffee. The link is in the description for that. Also, once again, we're streaming this. So if you want to come see it live, please join the channel tonight about 8:45, 8:30. And you should catch me on doing some more RoadCraft. And we will see you guys there. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up. Always help. And love you guys. Thanks for being around. Bye.